And one of the things that I found funny about that one particular person who just told me I couldn't watch BTS videos anymore because she wouldn't allow it. All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. So the last video I did was BTS. I'm gonna say K again. Sorry. There's a documentary out right now on the BTK killer. And now that I got in this BTS videos, I mean, if you're from the United States, everybody knows who BTK is. So, yeah, so that's just a slip of the tongue. But anyway, I'm going to get in this video. So you guys had such great responses from the BTS video I did. It's the first time I ever saw BTS. And it put me in a good mood. It was put me in a really good mood. It was just very uplifting, you know, the tones and the songs and all that stuff. And you guys reached out and gave me so much information on this band and this group and the people in it. And you gave me so many good suggestions, and you guys were really supportive. And there's one person who was nuts. She told me that I'm not allowed to watch BTK videos anymore. and that I'm not allowed to be a part of anything that has to do with BTK. And then she went on something about Donald Trump. It was like crazy. Oh my God. Some of the stuff people put in comments, some of it's real people, and then a lot of it is bots that do this. But I thought that was funny that somebody's going to tell me what I can and can't react to, right? Okay, whatever, lady. Yeah, we can tell you're going to be a problem wherever you go in your life. So anyway, you guys let me know that it stands for Bulletproof Boy Scouts, which I thought that's a really cool name for a band if it's translated into English. But that's what it means. So I'm going to react to the video called Dynamite. And, you know, when you guys were messaging me about the BTS, the group, like I said, you had such good information and pointed me in great directions. And that's what I find very interesting about people who really love music in different genres. So I don't like country music. There might be a couple of songs that I can, get through, but I don't like it. So when you look at music in general as a whole, it has such different impacts on people. So if you just the umbrella of music, and then you have the genres of K-pop and rap and country and rhythm and blues and all this stuff, it really is amazing how music touches people in different ways. So like when I react to Ren and the fans of Ren, and I love Ren, they come from sort of a different place, and Ren speaks to them. Ren spoke to my mom. It just is amazing how musicians and their poetry and lyrics can touch people and give people comfort. And not every band is for everybody, and that's what I like about it is the commonality with the umbrella of music is that no matter what genre it is, it's able to reach and touch people in different points of their life. They may not speak to me at the time that I watch them, but 3 years down the road, there might be something in that song that just really hits me because I'm ready for it at that time. And one of the things that I found funny about that one particular person who just told me I couldn't watch BTS videos anymore because she wouldn't allow it is that what speaks to me in a song is different than what speaks to you in a song. And some people, and her in particular, got really upset that I didn't see the same thing that she saw in it. Well, I'm a different person. And what I get out of it, and that's the beauty of music, what I get out of it is going to be something different than what you get out of it. And it may hit me in a way that will never hit you, that you won't see, and vice versa. And that's the beauty of what music can do. So I'm not necessarily going to see it your way. I'm going to see it my way. It's going to touch me differently. And that's the beauty of it. And that's what music's supposed to do. It's supposed to broaden the impact, because these guys are poets. These men and women and whoever sing these and write these lyrics, they're poets. So anyway, so somebody sent me a big thing about who all's in the band, which I thought was really cool. So the BTS, the Bulletproof Boy Scouts, you've got Jin, Suga, J-Hope, RM, Jimin, and Jungle Book. I'm sorry, wait a second. Jungkook. I'm sorry. Jungkook. My eyes are getting so bad. I even wrote these down as to make sure that I tried to get them pronounced correctly, but my eyes are getting so bad. At first glance, that does look like Jungle Book. But I'm sorry, it's Jungkook. No disrespect meant by that. Anyway, so if you're ready, I'm ready. So here we go.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the mood, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kick out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea and I'll get my ping pong. This is getting heavy, can't hit the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life's sweet as honey, yeah, this beach chick like money. This go all alone, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm diamond, you know I glow up. Hey, so let's go. Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So we bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So light it up like dynamite. Whoa, bring a friend, join the crowd. Whoever wanna come along. Word up, talk, just move right up the wall. Day or night, sky's the limit, so we dance to the break of dawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got the medicine, so you should keep your eyes on the ball.
This is getting heavy, can you hear the bass? Boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this bitch treat me like money. And this go all alone, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm down, you know I glow.
And let's go!
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So we bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So light it up like dynamite. Whoa, life is dynamite. Life is dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funky soul. So light it up like dynamite. Whoa, da-na-na-na-na-na-na, 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 light it up dynamite. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, 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 light it up dynamite. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. So light it up like dynamite. This is so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. Light it up like dynamite.
How could you not like that? Man, Dynamite was dynamite. That is just so good, man. How could you walk away from this song not feeling great? How uplifting and just, I don't know. This is the second song I've heard of them, but both of them, at the end of it, I just feel good. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel sad or anything. You just feel uplifted. I mean, gosh, that's the amazing thing about music. It can have all these different emotional impacts on you, and that's just fun, man. Light me up like dynamite. I even tuned my ear to it where I kind of knew where they're going to say the dynamite part. How fun is that? So I got to looking at BTS, all right? Because I was curious. They're huge K-pop band. And like I said, there's so many genres. You got K-pop, rock and roll, rap, country, rhythm and blues, hip hop, all kinds of different genres of music. So I looked up, I was looking up their most famous song, and it was Dynamite. So then I got to thinking, all right, well, how big are they? And so I did. I looked it up as like compared to like Taylor Swift. So like I looked up the most famous artists on on like YouTube or most popular BTS. Anyway, I looked this up, and Google doesn't necessarily tell you the truth. So I said, how many YouTube followers does Taylor Swift have? So this is just YouTube. This doesn't include Spotify and all the other, iTunes or wherever else you can download music and stuff. But I just wanted to do YouTube. So Taylor Swift has 62 million subscribers. That's a lot. 62 million. So then I'm like, all right, well, who else? And then Justin Bieber, he has 76 million followers on YouTube. That's just YouTube. And then I did the BTS, and they have 81.6 million followers. That's more than Justin Bieber and more than Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift by 20 million. So I'm thinking, now wait a second. Let me do the most popular singers around the world in the world. And of course, Michael Jackson's probably always going to be number one. But it's like Michael Jackson, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Miley Cyrus, Billie, Eilish, Beyonce, Drake, all these people. And I'm like, why aren't they listed in there? If they have more followers just on YouTube than they do Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift, why aren't they listed there? Because I said in the world. And you look at Ed Sheeran, he's not from the United States. I think Drake is Canadian, maybe. I could be wrong about that. But, and so I did bands. And of course, you got the Beatles, they're from England. And the Rolling Stones, same thing. Led Zeppelin, same thing. Nirvana, United States. U2, AC/DC's Australia. And I'm like, where is BTS in this? Where are they? Why aren't they listed in here? And there's the guide that I was gonna watch. But it made me think, all right, well, if I'm looking them up and some of their videos have more views than Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber. Well, Justin Bieber's got one that's got like 50 billion or something crazy like that. But they've got videos that are 2 billion views on their videos. I don't understand why they wouldn't come up as part of, The Clash. The Clash is great. I love The Clash. Don't get me wrong. But The Clash doesn't have 2 billion and 81 million followers and 2 billion views on any of their songs. Neither does the Beach Boys or any of those bands. Coldplay, whatever. So I'm guessing, because I'm in the United States, that it's just not going to pull up anything popular in Korea or K-pop or anything that's not in the United States or United States friendly nations. Let's put it that way. And if it's K-pop, that should be like South Korea. We're not at war, or we don't have any problems with South Korea. It's the North Korea that the United States has trouble with. But I just don't understand, if they have such a bigger than Taylor Swift on YouTube, why aren't they listed? And this is across the web, is what it says. But I'd venture to say that if I was in South Korea and I pulled this up, they would probably be listed number one. Taylor Swift would probably be listed in there somewhere. Michael Jackson would be number one. But I just found that interesting that they didn't show up, and they're huge. They're bigger than most of these bands on the list right here. Are you full? All right, guys. Catch you on the next podcast.